Well, today I am bringing you a review for the 2014 limited edition Laura Mercier Artist Palette for Eyes. It looks like this. This edition comes in a somewhat faux snakeskin style packaging. The previous one came in this sort of, I don't know if that's considered pebbled leather type packaging, but really beautiful and chic as always. Now, I really questioned whether or not I was going to purchase this palette, mainly due to price. The previous Laura Mercier palette, the one that I purchased in 2013 that looks like this, is hands down my favorite palette that I own. I have never been disappointed that I purchased it, and as a matter of fact, I have used all of the shadows in this palette down to where I'm seeing pan on this. This is something I travel with. It's a go-to. If I don't know what look I want, I go to the Laura Mercier palette. It's fantastic. The reason why I was hesitant to purchase this version is because the price jumped from $48 for this palette to $80 for this palette. Now, Laura Mercier included a couple of extra bonus items for this, but I really could have done without those extras and kept the price lower. So it is my understanding that Nordstrom is the exclusive retailer for this. This is where I purchased it from, through the Nordstrom website. I don't know if any other retailers are going to have this at some point in the future. It may be just that Nordstrom's the exclusive and then that's going to be it. So like I said, this is limited edition. They do tend to sell out quickly. So this is, if this is something that you're interested in, this is something that you're going to want to look into and purchase sooner rather than later. I doubt these are going to be available much longer. That being said, I do think that these have lasted a little longer in availability because of the jump in price. I know I can't be the only one that really thinks that going from $48 to $80, even with the extra items, is a bit much. But, you know, I bought it anyway, so obviously there's something that I was still willing to do. Now, the reason I did decide to go ahead and purchase it is because Nordstrom offered last week a beauty event where they had a lot of free gifts with purchased on a lot of different brands. So they had this one from Laura Mercier. It had quite a few items that I was really interested in trying. I'm probably not going to go into this a lot with you because this particular gift is no longer available, but I was thinking that I would go ahead and follow up in a later video with my review on some of these items because there's quite a few things in here that I was really excited to try. One of the disappointments, however, was, actually you can see this is quite a mess. This was the universal powder that I was really looking forward to trying. It's going to be hard for me to even show you this, but I can't tip it up too much, but it's falling out. This completely was shattered, so I'm not going to be able to try that. It's just not even salvageable. It's just in chunks. So, but there's also a lip gloss in here. There was a primer in here. There's tinted moisturizer. So it really did make this purchase for me worthwhile. So I will review these items later on. Okay, so getting back to this palette and what comes with it. So of course you're getting the palette itself. This has 12 eyeshadows in it, 6 mattes, and then 6, they call them shimmers. I would call them sort of a shimmer sheen. They're not over the top. And then it all came in this box. And the bonus items that came with it were a caviar stick, and this is in the color Cocoa. So let me just show you what this looks like. This is sort of just a brown, dark brown sort of cocoa color, as the name would indicate. So there is that. Probably something I could have done without. I really think this might be a little bit dark for a lid shade for me, in my preference. And then it also came with this black mascara. This is full-blown volume lash mascara. So that'll be something else nice to try. I do enjoy trying different mascaras, but really for the extra money, I would have preferred to keep it at $48 and just have the palette. So I'm gonna move on from that. I need to come to terms with that and move on. I bought it anyway. Okay, so let's just get to the palette. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And I am going to be inserting some pictures here for you so that I can give you a little bit better look and close-ups of some of these. I feel like I'm not always getting the best focus for you in these videos when I just exclusively do it indoors. So as needed, I will be inserting those photos for you to take a closer look. Okay, so the top row of these are the matte shadows, and then the bottom row here is the shimmer sheens. I really like all of the shadows. I think in keeping with all of Laura Mercier's shadows, they're buttery, they're silky, they blend well, they have great pigmentation, the quality is excellent. It is just as fulfilling for me as the original palette was. I think if I had to choose between the two, I'm really glad I have this one for a neutral look that is, I guess, well suited to me, that look that I find to be a go-to that I've really been enjoying. But I am already making or wearing a lot of really great looks from this palette as well. I am wearing this today. This is a completely cool neutral look that I wanted to do. I say neutral, but maybe it leans a little bit more on the soft purpley kind of side of things. And then in the video that I posted previously, which was my March favorites, I wore a warmer neutral look with that. So there are a lot of possibilities with this palette, just like the previous one. So I'm going to go into these a little bit further. Again, like I mentioned, I'm going to insert the swatch photos because I don't really think that me showing you here at a distance on this camera is really going to give you a good idea of the shades of these. But I still will go over them for you to give you a little bit better idea of what you can expect. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so the first shadow that you have down here on the end, this is Noir. This is a matte black shadow, and I had just recently mentioned to you that I don't like to wear black eyeliner, but I find myself actually wearing this, and I'm wearing it today. It is a way to do black eyeliner and give a beautiful definition to your eyes with it still being soft and not harsh. So I sort of reverse my opinion somewhat on that. I still wouldn't want to wear a black gel liner or pencil liner, but this is a beautiful way to do a black eyeliner. I'm tickled with that. This is very densely pigmented, and it is not powdery and does not have a lot of fallout. There is some, so you still do need to apply it with care, but not a lot. It was a pleasure to work with. Okay, this one I have not tried yet, but I am excited to. I'm probably going to wear this one as a liner. This is Deep Night, so it's a dark blue. And then next you have Coffee Ground, which is a medium to dark brown color. And then you have Cafe au Lait, which was a standout for me. This is something that I wanted to purchase the palette for. That's a nice medium neutral color that I was really looking forward to using. And I should mention, each of these shadows are $23 when purchased individually. So this is still a value. Okay, now moving on to this color. This is a nice transition shade that I've been using. This is Ginger. And then finally here on the end we have Buttercream, great brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight, anywhere that you want to brighten up your look a little bit. Okay, moving down to the shimmer and sheen shades here on the bottom. The first one here is Diamond Pink. Now I have to say this is probably one of the only shadows in the palette that I don't care for as much. It is a little bit more on the, maybe the glittery side, a little bit more frosty, I think I would say, than is what my preference would be. I have experimented with it a little bit as a very, very fine brow bone highlight, but it's okay. It's a little too whitish frosty for my taste. Okay, next here we have Guava. That's another beautiful brow bone highlight. If you don't want to go as sort of white and creamy as this, Guava is a nice different choice. And that is the one that I'm actually using today for my brow bone highlight. The next we have here, this is, gosh, this is definitely another standout color for me. This is a beautiful color. This is Sable. Oh, I am in love with this color. I'm wearing it all over my lid today. It is just a beautiful, very light taupe silvery color. It looks a lot different swatched than it does here in the palette, and it has a lot of dimension to it, a lot of character to it. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. This is something, I'm not sure if this one's sold separately, but that is worth looking into if you're not interested in all of these colors. That Sable is really something special. And then next here we have African Violet. That is a repeat from the last palette. I'm not sure if it's been included in other palettes as well. It's a beautiful shade. It's probably not something I would find myself reaching for often, but I know that I did do a purpley look, and I think, as a matter of fact, I was wearing this shirt last year when I did a purpley look with this African Violet. It is a beautiful color, don't get me wrong. It's just, since I do gravitate gravitate toward neutrals. It's not something I would probably use weekly, but on occasion it's gorgeous. And then next here we have Violet Steel. This is the color I'm wearing in my outer V as a definition outer V, just sort of, you know, definition type color. I'm also wearing that on my lower lash line. And then finally here we have another favorite color. This is Rich Cocoa. Again, sort of a darker brown, really beautiful, has a nice subtle sheen to it, so I really enjoy that. This would be also beautiful as an all over the leg color. So you can see that you have a lot of choices here. And also I think this would be a really great palette to have with you to work with other shadows. So maybe you just want to use one of these lid colors and then pair it with transition or brow bone colors that you already have. This is an all-in-one palette for me, which in my mind means this is something that I could grab and go. I would be more than comfortable just having this with me, just like I would this Laura Mercier palette. I would probably travel with these two together, and I think that that would give you more options than you would possibly ever need. You are going to get a more striking nighttime look with this using your darker shades, maybe the African Violet, the Violet Steel, or you can do a really professional daytime soft look using the Cafe au Lait, maybe the Rich Cocoa. There's really a lot of possibilities with this palette. So, you know, I'm not happy with the price jump. I really could have done without the extra included items, but overall I'm thrilled with it. It's a beautiful palette. I am going to be doing some more looks for you with this, or at the very least showing you the warm and cool look that I've already done. I really can't say enough good things about it. It's fabulous. It is definitely worth looking into. Check with Nordstrom. I have shown the Flash Beauty video where I've shown you outdoor swatches of this, so take a look at that so you can get a better up close view of this. But it's A+. I love it. It's fabulous. Laura Mercier has not disappointed me yet with these artist palettes. So that is it. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.